Hi, this is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. I'm going to demonstrate a trade for you right here. I'll explain to you why I like this trade and what's going on. This is when you're going to buy a breakout, this is the way you do it. You don't buy the breakout. This move up was the breakout, but we're waiting to enter on a breakout pullback long, which will be if prices tick one tick higher here. And you don't see me demonstrate a lot of breakout pullback longs, but I'm going to do this one because I really like this setup, and I'll explain the setup to you. All right, so we've already got our scalp right there. We didn't quite tick through, but the fact that we're bouncing off of it leads me to believe we probably will, because you can't get out of a limit order usually unless prices break through. And if you do get out without them breaking through, that's usually a sign that the trade is pretty strong and will probably be higher in just a few moments. So I expect that we're going to go higher here. And again, let's attempt it. There we go. Generally, if you get out of your trade on a limit order before you reach your without prices ticking through, that's usually a strong sign. Not always, but usually it is. And so we've already got our 1 point on our 2 scalp, and I'm probably going to move my stop up below each bar, and we'll try to get 3 points out of our runner here. Let's see if we can get 3 points out of it. And this is moving pretty quickly. There's not a lot of time left in the day. It's just prior to 2:30. I'm going to go ahead and move our stop up 1 tick here because it's late in the day, and this thing could reverse and sell off 25 points before the day's over. I still think we're going to reach our target here. And let me show you why I like that as a target. Look at this leg up right here. That is a very strong leg up. That's your first move, and I'm looking for a measured move, which would be to right there. So I'm not going to get greedy. I'm only going to go for 3 points. I'm not going to get greedy and try to get 2 last ticks out of it. Let's see if we can just get our 3 points out of this runner. And doesn't look like we're even going to do that. I'm actually going to get 2 ticks out. Okay, we got 2 ticks out of the runner there. But we basically made 2.5 points there, and took all of maybe 30 seconds for that trade. But the reason I like that is this measured leg right here, and I'm looking for prices to make another leg right here. I wanted to enter right here, but I was going to wait for this bar to complete, and by the time it completed, it was way up here, and so I had to wait on a better setup. And of course, we got that right here. We got the overlapping bars, as you can see right there. Prices broke lower, tested the breakout area, which is right here. As you can see, this was kind of a support area earlier, and then it turned into resistance this afternoon. So that's a breakout pullback long. And again, I was looking for a target up here. We'll leave this here and see if we can reach this target. But that's how you trade a breakout. And I'll be honest with you, I don't trade a lot of breakout pullbacks because most of them fail in reverse. But the market has kind of built some strength here in the afternoon, and it was rallying pretty hard. And this was a nice failed second entry short here that reversed and went higher. And so when I saw that setting up, I felt pretty confident we're going to make this next leg up. And so that's what I was looking for. And that's what I still think we probably could get. But this is how you enter at highs or lows. You don't enter on the breakout because you see what happened. The breakout failed like it does 9 times out of 10, and prices tried to reverse. Now, most of the time, prices would probably pull back and reverse here, and maybe it might even reverse the trend, or you might get a big sell-off like you did here or even here. So that's why we don't take breakouts. We wait on a breakout pullback to enter, and that's what this entry was. And that's why I wanted to demonstrate this to you today, because I wanted to show you how you trade breakouts. You don't have your order sitting here waiting on the breakout, because look what happened. It ticked 1 tick higher right there and reversed. And I guarantee you, a lot of people that got long right there got stopped out right in here somewhere. This thing was pulling back because they got scared, and they had their stop 1 tick below there. And unless they were really smart traders and understood what price action was doing, and here you see we're still headed to our target. And my guess is we're going to get a target up here somewhere. Maybe we might even go higher. I don't know. But that's my target based on this big leg here. And that was a very bullish leg up. So anyway, that's how you trade a breakout pullback long. And people are always asking me that. And so I thought I would discuss, since I saw one setting up and I really liked it. I don't like many breakout pullbacks. I just don't like to go long at highs and short at lows. So very rarely you'll see me trade those. When I do enter on breakouts, it will be a breakout pullback entry, either a breakout pullback long, just like I just demonstrated for you, or a breakout pullback short, which would be just the opposite. We would have been trading a breakout down here. But you see what happened when we broke lower right here. I had kind of a minor support area here. We broke lower. What happened? Reversed, and we've been going up all day ever since. Sure, there's been some sell-offs in there, but the trend is basically going higher. And you can see we're still headed straight to my target here. And again, this trade didn't last more than 2 or 3 minutes. We made a nice 10 ticks and really little or no heat on this trade at all. And I want to talk about that too. I get quite a few requests for people to show losing trades. Well, that's, I understand why people would like to see losing trades. They want to see how I would handle a losing trade. Well, I only record trades usually when I'm trading my normal trading day. I don't record those trades because I don't want to interfere with my live trading. I don't want to be trying to set up a recording and all that. So when I'm doing my live trading, I usually don't record those trades. I will occasionally, if I see one that sets up and it sets up slowly and gives me plenty of time, I will try to record one. I think I've recorded one live trade of my own personal trades the way I normally when I'm trading on my own in the morning. But most of the time my examples, they're examples that are set up in the afternoon and I only trade 1 or 2 contracts, and so I don't have a lot of risk in them and that kind of thing. And so if I do mess up and get confused and make a mistake or something, it's not going to really hurt me because I'm only trading a couple of contracts, and it's not because I'm being distracted trying to record an example of a trade. But anyway, going back to what I wanted to tell you, if I set up these recordings and they don't fail, then I can't demonstrate you a failed entry. And I'm not saying I never have losers, because I do have losers, but currently I'm on about a little more than a 2-week win streak, and most of all of the recordings that are recorded as examples that I've recorded for you guys, none of them have failed. A couple of them have not done exactly what I expected them to do, and we talk about all that during the trade, but none of them have failed to reach at least a scalper's profit. And that's the beauty of this strategy we're doing here, is you don't get very many failures. They work most of the time because we're entering at the opportune time, and the odds are on our side that we're going to get 4 ticks in our direction before we get 2 points in the opposite direction. So that increases our odds exponentially. And I don't know if you got a chance to read the white paper that Ivan sent out, but if you didn't read that yet, make sure you look at it. And I think, again, I'm not a mathematician or statistician. I've taken some of those classes in college, and so I understand how they work, but I'm not good enough at it to do a paper on it. But Ivan is. He's an engineer, a software engineer, and he understands that stuff, and he's good at it, and he put it together for us. And I think if you look at it and take the time to study that paper, you'll see that the odds are on our side doing what we're doing. That's why we do it this way, and it increases the odds of us having to win a trade. So when you combine the strategy with learning to read price action, and then, what Ivan is showing is just 50-50 odds. Just flipping a coin of whether to enter short or long, and not even using a chart, and just entering blindly. And if you can get a 50-50 win percentage just flipping a coin blindly, imagine what you can do when you learn to read the price action and you learn to enter at the proper time. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to teach you when the proper time is to enter. So anyway, when and if I do, and eventually we'll have a losing trade, I will post that for you guys so you can see that sometimes patterns just fail, or you get fooled, or whatever. And or sometimes, usually when you lose, it will be because you got antsy and you forced an entry. Like earlier today, it was really choppy all in here, and if you forced an entry in here, whether you went long or short, there's a good chance you got whipsawed all through here. And if you made a mistake and went short right in here at the low, you got burned. And if you made a mistake and went high up here, went long up here at these highs, unless you got this one that went high enough to get you scalped out right here, you probably got burned. And so that's the main thing I try to teach people is don't enter trade at the wrong places. Don't go long at highs and don't go short at lows. And that's why I don't enter a lot of these breakout pullback longs, because you see how prices have struggled. They're probably still going to reach my target, but they've really struggled to do that here. That's why you don't see me demonstrate a lot of breakout pullback entries, because I don't like to go long up here and I don't like to go short down here, because most of the time you're going to be in trouble if you do. But if you do go long, when the market's really strong and you want to go long, and on a breakout, it's got to be a breakout pullback long, just like I just demonstrated for you. And you can see prices will probably reach my target. They've gotten very close twice, and we hadn't got there yet. But you can see that even though they probably will get there and have gotten really close and gotten much higher than them, we still got stopped out on our break-even stop. And the ES is very efficient, and there's just not a lot of freebies. And so you've got to enter at the opportune times. You got to, even when you enter down here low, sometimes you don't always survive. But if you look at most of these entries down here, here's one, here's a good reversal, here's the best one of the day. These are the ones where your runners survive. And what it is you're going to get rewarded for taking a little risk and entering at the best places. And so learn to spot this stuff. Again, don't trade breakouts. Don't go short at lows. Don't go long at highs. And that right there will save you from a lot of bad trades. And but hopefully you learned something today. You see how we enter. You understand that we don't enter on the breakout. Because if you'd entered on this breakout, you had to take quite a bit of heat. By entering the way I entered here, we didn't take any heat at all. In fact, the trade just rocketed off, and look, it never backed up at all. It opened at the high on one bar and closed at the high on the next bar, and we were out before it even ticked through. And so that was a great trade, nice low-risk trade, and even going long at a high there. But I explained to you the reasons why I like that trade. But I mostly traded that as a demonstration to show you how you must trade breakouts if you're going to trade them. And there's some times where they're beneficial to trade, just like right here. And I've seen markets that are trending all day that are super strong, and you don't have much option because you don't get much pullback. But even then, wait on a breakout pullback long or a breakout pullback short if it's really selling off like it is right here. You see there was a breakout pullback short that worked right here. Here's another one right here. Prices broke out. We got a chance to go short. So breakout pullback shorts are the only way we're going to enter at lows. And even then, we want the trend to be strong in our favor like here. And on breakout pullback longs, we want the trend to be strong to the upside in our favor before we attempt to trade those. So I'm going to call it a day. I'm trying to keep these things around 10 minutes, but this is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and hopefully you enjoyed our lesson today. And we'll probably do one more lesson tomorrow and then call it quits for the week for the holiday. So I'll likely see you tomorrow, and that'll probably be it for this week. But hope everybody enjoyed the lesson, and we will see you tomorrow.